Hello, viewers. I want to welcome you back to this page. Do not forget that my name is Ayomide Oladun. Yes, before I go deep into today's section, I want to say a very big thank you for my subscribers, my followers, those people who have been viewing my videos. Thank you. You do not know how much this has been a motivation for me. I want to say a big thank you to you. And please do not forget to share among your friends that you know that are writers, either they are beginners or they are professionals. We learn, unlearn, and relearn. So I want to go deep into today's section, and today we are going to be addressing majorly beginners as writers. This is a beginner's guide, and we'll be talking about how to start a career in writing, or what are the things that is necessary for a beginner to know when it comes to writing. So before I go deep into this section, this moment, I want to remind you that, pardon me, please. I want to remind you that you should not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification button and share among your friends. Tell them that there is a channel on YouTube where they can learn about writing. I promise that this is going to be a very lovely section. It's not going to be a moment of regret or a waste of data. Please. So do not forget to share among your friends, and I really appreciate that. In fact, that would be a more motivation for me. So now let's go deep into today's section. We are going to be talking about types of writing. I've mentioned earlier that this section is talking about is addressing beginners, writer as beginners as writers, and I'm going to be talking about the types of writing. Before you go deep into something, you need to know what that thing is basically on, and the types of wherever place you want to divert your attention into. So let me start with what is writing here. I'm not going to give a definition. I'm going to give a practical experience. When I started of writing, I didn't see it as something as a big career or something. No, a friend of mine just asked me, "What is that thing that I can do for money, with or without money?" And I said, "I love writing. I love writing poems," and that was it. And that was how it all started. So I'm going to say writing is just something your thoughts, your opinions that is being put in pen and paper. That's just what writing is. Writing can exist in different forms, and that is why I'm going to be talking about the five types of writing that we have. So after the definition of writing, I'm going to go into the types of writing that I have here. Number one is blogs. Yeah, I know you must have heard about blogs where we read news, we read informations. When you search your Google, there's you have information that is being displayed to you, then you go ahead. That all those are what are called websites, or they are called blogs. So blog actually contains information about a particular topic, and which can be diverse. So it could be, sorry, it could it's similar to okay, yes, blogs actually, it has to do with the internet, reading from the internet. So it follows a format that is similar to essay. I'm going to talk about essay immediately after this. It is similar to essay, and is where you read information about something. So to run uh to run a blog is something that requires patience. Yes, it requires patience because it's not easy to get followers or to get views or to get traffic. So it has to do with consistency, and as somebody who is diving into blogging as a writer, as a beginner, you have to know that it is necessary that you have uh, patience, and your blog site must be somewhere, must be a place where it's filled with educative topics, or where people can find information about a particular niche you have found for yourself. Let's say now we have different niche we find ourselves. Some people are good when it comes to writing politics, some are good with news, some are good with education and all of that. So you have to have a niche yourself. What is that field of writing that you enjoy so much? I love writing about education, tourism, health, food, nutrition, fashion, lifestyle. Yes, but when it comes to things like politics, I don't relate sports, I don't relate cryptocurrency, I don't relate with that environment. So it's very important that as a beginner, you have your niche when it comes to blogging. So, blogging is similar to essays, and blog format allows blogger to be able to be less formal. You can play around, and then it's more basic. Sorry for that interruption. My site, don't mind me. So it's blog blogs allow bloggers to be more brief than when it comes to essay. So we have examples of blog sites like WordPress, Tumblr, and all of that. So let's move to the second type of writing, that is essay. Yes, I've mentioned it in the first one I talked about. Essay is actually short non-fiction, and non-fiction are real incidences that occur around us. So I can write a narrative essay. Yes, a narrative essay is a good example of that. A narrative essay, and it deals with recollecting or recounting personal experiences. You want to write about an event that happened in your hometown. You want to write about your relationship, your wherever, and it's just something that deals with non-fiction, real life experiences. So the other one is poetry. Yes, poetry has to do with the use of emotions. Yes, poetry is another topic entirely. It has its own uniqueness. It's it's a lot different from, like, I won't just say quite, no, it's a lot different from writing. It's a lot different from essay writing. No, it has to do with the use of emotions, the use of literary devices when you talk about personification, metaphor, hyperbole, all of that, simile, and all of that. So it's a lot different from that. And as a poet, you have to be able to connect with your words emotionally, because I said earlier that poetry is very, very unique. Poetry is a unique aspect of writing, and it's different from essay, it's different from blog sites, and it's just a place that gives writer it gives writers a place to display or to express their emotions. I'm going to talk about poetry some other day. It's After this series, I'll talk about poetry. It's a broad aspect on its own. So it has different types, that different formats, and all of that. So the next one we have here is short stories. Yeah, we have short stories or novel. Yeah, these contain less words than long stories, just from the word short stories or novella. So it gives new fiction writers, it gives them good formats to use as starting points. Short stories, in short stories you already know you do not have to write long. It's different from your novel. It's just few pages, a few words, and yes, it has its own number of words counts, but you cannot. It's not comparable to a novel or some other forms of books. Yeah, is not comparable to it. So novel or novella rather, or short story has lesser word count than when it comes to novel, a traditional novel. So then we have the audiobooks or podcasts. So it's just writing in an audio format. Yes, just an audio format of writing. So I've mentioned five types of writing. I've mentioned essays, I've mentioned blogs, I've mentioned poetry, I've mentioned short stories or novella. Then I have also mentioned audiobooks or podcasts. So I want to believe that this was an educating series. Please don't mind me. There were some breaks and as a result of my site. So please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and in the next series I'm going to be talking about an entirely different topic on this series, not types of writing. I've told you earlier that we are talking about we are this is going to be connecting with people who are starting with writer as a beginner. And as the first aspect, we talked about five types of writing rather. So in the next one, we are going to be taking another series entirely. I think this part is divided into three, and please do not forget to keep up to date. Till then, bye.